What else can I do for somebody other than work for them if I'm brand new?
One of the things that I tried to do when I was brand new is find out what people actually wanted. So talking to investors that were actually doing deals, you don't need to know everything about everything, but just the example of a pre-foreclosure. And if you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. What you do know is that you can get in a car, you can pull up addresses on your maps, you can plug those addresses in, drive to their doors, knock on their door, and read a script that some other investor gave you. And if they are interested, you can get another investor in there to do everything else that you don't understand how to do. That was literally the first deal that I got was from doing that. I knew what a pre-foreclosure was because I was a realtor, but I didn't understand how to solve their situation. This particular seller was like, yeah, I got this lien. I have this access lien. There's a child support lien on the property. I need to clear those. I'm filing bankruptcy. I'm like, all of this stuff was like, I had no idea what she was talking about, but I'm just like, yeah, no, we could help you with all that. I had no idea if we could, but I'm like, yeah, we can help you with that. And then I called Frank and I'm like, hey, this lady's got all this stuff going on. Can you help her with this? I told her we could, but can you? And he's like, yeah. Came over as I sat there and watched him talk to this lady about how to solve all of her problems that I didn't understand how to solve. And then also looking at this property, it had so much damage. There was water damage. The roof was leaking. The pool was destroyed. There was like destroyed cars in the backyard. And I'm like, I don't know how much this is going to cost to fix all this stuff. I don't know construction, but he's like, oh yeah, it'll cost da. So I learned about construction. I learned about the negotiations. I learned about solving some different lien situations on the property and got to watch the contract get signed and watch that, project from start to finish. Again, like Pace is talking about, you don't need to know everything. You literally just need to be able to.
You actually technically shouldn't know everything. If you know everything, that means you started about 5 years too late, because you know how long it takes for you to know everything? 5 years. I mean, do you know everything, Cody?
No, I still learn stuff. Like there's still weird scenarios and situations of weird crap that I learn. And I'm like, interesting. I didn't know that was possible. There is so much to learn in real estate, but you don't even need to know the basics. You need to know a who that does know what they're doing. That's the most important part. The first subject to deal that I was ever a part of, I'm sure you know him, Brian Hout. I didn't even know what subject to was, and I brought him this weird little condo in Mesa that I didn't know what to do with. This was years ago, but he's like, oh yeah, this is a good subject to deal, and I'm like, sub what deal, what? And then he's like, oh, don't worry about it. He's like, can you set me up an appointment? And I'm like, I could call them and set them up and say that we could help them. Sure. So I set up an appointment and watched that process happen. And I didn't even know what was going on, but I still ended up getting a check for that deal. That's the thing that I think people just overcomplicate too much, is they think they need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know someone that knows the things that you need to know, and you can follow their lead. And that's a way with, obviously, without working for somebody, but working deals, meaning talking to people about their problems and then just going, who do I know that can solve this maybe? And having those conversations.